I've been a patrol officer for over 11 years now. Most of that time working nights. You get used to it. The silence, the empty streets, that strange feeling like the whole world is asleep and you're the only one left awake. Out there, your radio becomes everything. Your connection, your backup, your lifeline. Every call matters. That's why what happened that night still doesn't sit right with me, because officially it never happened. It was around 3:15 a.m. when my radio crackled to life. At first, just static. Then a voice came through, low, broken, distorted, like someone whispering right into the mic. Unit 12, please respond. I'm still here. I sat up straight in my cruiser. Dispatch, repeat traffic. No response, just static again. Then, please, hurry. The voice sounded weak, desperate, but something was wrong. This wasn't coming through like a normal dispatch call. It sounded closer, like it wasn't being transmitted at all. I checked my system. No active call, no address, nothing logged. That's when my stomach dropped. Dispatch, do you copy? Go ahead. I told her everything. She hesitated, then said, "There's no call logged. You're clear." Then the radio came alive again. "He's coming back." That was enough for me. Protocol says don't respond to unverified calls. But that voice, it didn't sound fake. Dispatch, I'm checking the area. Area of what? That's when it hit me. I didn't have an address. But somehow, I knew exactly where to go. The roads were empty, streetlights flickering, and the further I drove, the worse the signal got. The broken whisper fades in and out. Basement, please. I arrived. Slow. I pulled up to an abandoned house, right at the edge of my patrol zone. I didn't even realize I was heading there until I stopped. Boarded windows, overgrown yard, dead quiet. No reason for anyone to be inside. Silence beat. I stepped out, and suddenly, the radio went silent. No static. Nothing. I walked toward the house, flashlight barely cutting through the dark. The front door, pause, was already open. Just slightly, enough to notice. Police. No response. I pushed it open. Creak, sound implied. Interior, horror tone. The smell hit me immediately. Damp, rotten, something older, something worse. Inside, everything was still. Too still. Like time had stopped. Then I heard it, a faint, dragging sound from below. Reveal. The basement door was already open. Just a black void in the floor. Inner conflict. I stood there. Every instinct said, wait for backup. Please, but I couldn't ignore it. So I went down. Each step creaked. The air got colder, heavier. Climax set up. At the bottom, my flashlight landed on something. A chair. Metal. Old. Stained. Pause. And next to it, a police radio. Realization. I froze because I recognized it. Slow. It was an old model. One we stopped using years ago. Jump scare tone. Then suddenly, loud, clear whisper. "You weren't supposed to come." Sharp pause. I turned, gun up. Silence. Aftermath tone. Backup arrived 12 minutes later. I never called for them. Dispatch said an officer's safety alert triggered automatically. Slow conclusion. We searched the house, top to bottom, empty. No signs of anyone. Final reveal. But that radio, the one in the basement, it belonged to an officer who went missing in 2009. Last known call came from that exact area. Final eerie tone. I asked dispatch for the recording. They said there wasn't one. No call, no transmission. But I know what I heard. And sometimes, late at night, when everything goes quiet, I still hear that voice, just for a second. Please. I wasn't alone that night. I was working with my partner. We got a call for a possible burglary in progress. A neighbor reported seeing someone climb through a back window. Standard call, nothing unusual. When we arrived, the house looked normal. Lights off, no movement, dead quiet. But something felt off. Right from the start, we made entry, cleared the first floor, room by room. Nothing. Second floor, same thing. Empty. No signs of forced entry. No noise. No one inside. That should have been it, but it wasn't. There were no personal items. No photos. No clothes. No signs anyone actually lived there. Except for one thing. A single chair sitting in the middle of the living room, facing the wall. Probably vacant, my partner said. But I noticed something. There was dust everywhere, except around the chair, like someone had been sitting there recently, watching something, or waiting. We decided to check the basement. That's when things changed. The basement door was locked. From the outside, we both stopped. Why would anyone lock a basement from the outside? I asked. No answer. We unlocked it and opened the door. The stairs went down, farther than expected, longer than a normal basement, step after step, and it didn't feel right. The atmosphere changed. It got colder, thicker, and there was a smell. Metallic. At the bottom, there wasn't a basement. There was a hallway, a long, narrow hallway with doors on both sides. Was this here before? My partner said quietly. It wasn't. We checked the first door. Empty. Second door. Empty. Then we reached the third. Locked. From the inside, we heard something behind it. Breathing. Slow. Control. Police! Open the door! Silence. Then slowly, the handle began to turn. The door opened, just a crack, and a voice whispered, "Don't let him see you." We pushed the door open. Empty. No windows, no closet, nowhere to hide. We turned around, and the hallway was different. Longer, darker, more doors. My partner grabbed my arm. That wasn't there before. We tried to go back to the stairs. They were gone. Just a wall. Then we heard it. Footsteps. Slow, heavy, not ours. Slow, heavy, coming from the far end of the hallway. We didn't wait. We ran, door after door, all empty. But the footsteps kept getting closer. Then suddenly, we were back at the basement stairs, like nothing had happened. We got out of that house immediately, didn't say a word until we were outside. Later, we checked the property records. There was no basement listed at all. And to this day, I don't know what we walked into or what almost found us.